Okay, if you are here, let me know how it's moving now. Let me know. I'll try. We're gonna have this issue until I figure this out, guys and girls. There's no way. The only other way is for me to practice it, but I'll go on a private one and try it myself after the Zoom. Hopefully this can be fine and all sorted, but oh, it's so annoying. Obviously, it's the first time I've ever live streamed this week, so of course there's going to be issues. I've never live streamed it apart from doing Zoom, which is just a simple software. It's log on, it's done. But this one, I have to use a third-party software. That's why it keeps having this issue. And I don't know how to use OBS. I've never used OBS in my life before. I think what happened is, because like I said, I'm trying to make the quality of the video better when it goes onto YouTube, because nobody's going to watch a 480p YouTube video on an analysis of Forex when they can barely see the chart if it's grainy. So I've upped the quality, and when I up the quality, I think that's what was affecting the live stream, because obviously it's trying to record that quality live, so there was some problems. But you can hear me now, yeah? You can hear me. Is it nice and is it smoother? It feels smoother on my computer as well. Last time it was moving a bit. It's moving a bit crazy. It's a little bit smooth on my computer. I don't know if it is for everybody else. Okay, so yeah, I think I know what the problem is. So it can run smoother than this, but then the issue is it doesn't record good. So let's just see if it keeps up. YouTube will tell me anyway. It tells me the connection's excellent right now. So YouTube actually tells me when it drops. So let's go back over to gold quickly. Just want to check German. What? Close that. Close that. What are you doing? I'm just checking my German 30 because I don't want to miss the trade. Yeah, we've grabbed the liquidity on German 30. Let's go over to that quickly. Give me a second. I don't want to miss this trade. This is a Neo trade, so I don't want to miss it. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. If we can hit those that like button, please, people, so more people can see the YouTube live. Please, it only takes 1 second and it doesn't cost you anything. You just tap that like button. Even if you're gonna leave, you can just tap that like button. Okay, so here's where the liquidity was, where I wanted price to go and grab. It has now grabbed that liquidity. So I'll definitely be looking for a setup on this on the next 15-minute break of structure. Back down. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for the 15-minute break of structure. Hello, can you hear me a bit better? I've just put the volume up. I don't want to put it too loud so it doesn't start peaking. So yeah, we have got German 30 that is now starting to weaken. This is a trade I'm looking to take now, so I'm going to be paying attention to this at the moment. I'm just waiting for it to break structure on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, so you don't want it too loud because so it might be your volume, so on your phone or whatever you're using. Please hit that like button if you're in here. It doesn't cost you nothing. It's free. Just hit the like button, please, for me. It spreads the YouTube live. You can just literally press the like button, even if you're going to leave. Where did I want to check? Yeah. So I'm just on German 30 because I'm looking to take that trade live on all of my accounts, on all of my prop accounts. If you do want to get into any manual prop copying, then let me know. I trade prop accounts. My whole aim is obviously to get them passing for you to get payouts as well. And there's more information on that. We will do splits when it's live. I'll continuously trade the account. If you're interested in something like that, you can just direct message me on Telegram or Discord, and then I can explain further. Where are we? So our 15-minute break of structure is down here, which is quite far away. I'd like to get a better entry than this, to be fair. Our 15-minute break of structure is over here for the sell trade. This is a neo sell trade. Neo sell trades are not about perfection. They're about position trading. Position trading is, you can do it two ways. You can put it where, let's just say it breaks structure here, and then it gives us our stop loss above this level here. So obviously with a bit of breathing room. And then we take that entry, obviously when it breaks structure here. And if it hits our stop loss, that's you know, kind of it. But if you want to position trade properly, then what you'll do is you won't put a stop loss here, but you'll use lower risk than what you would do. So if you're going to enter, I don't know, any single entry at a 1% risk, which I wouldn't suggest, I definitely wouldn't suggest that unless you feel like you know, the market's definitely going to do what you think it will. Let's say here you enter at a 0.30% risk of your account balance, yeah? Then, or not here, sorry, on this order, if it breaks here for the 15-minute break of structure, then you enter at a 0.30% of your account balance, yeah? And what will happen now is if this one pulls back and you don't have a stop loss, let's say the next entry appears over here for a sell with a 15-minute break of structure, then you can now enter this position with another 0.30 and so on. But you'll only do it a maximum of 3 times. After 3 times, you've got to let it go, because then altogether, now you're losing 1% on your trade account if it goes or hits. If the third one breaks its structural high, yeah, for this sell, then you can say, okay, that's it. Personally, I would even lower that leverage down. If you're not going to use a stop loss, lower your leverage even, and your risk, lower it even lower. So you're not losing too much, because obviously if you're trading other pairs as well, even if you're trading 2 or 3, you don't want to be in 0.30 times 3. So like 0.90% of your account balance, or the risk you're taking on this trade. You don't want it to be on this pair, on another pair, on another pair like that. So that is how you need to look at when you're taking these neo setups. It's not like, I'm not telling you this is the signal, this is going to work. It's not a scalp trade. It's day trading and swing trading. So you got to understand that these trades are going to take a day or so to move. So us even getting a 15-minute entry is kind of cheeky, you know. It's kind of like because realistically they don't have to do you know, the move straight away from here. Sometimes we do get first entry perfection, but other times you got to understand that if you're not going to use a stop loss, lower your risk and position trade. So therefore, you're just taking an entry from here, another 15-minute break if it moves a bit further up later on. And then what you can do is you can start to close out your negative positions. Don't hold those extremely bad positions. You know, you can close them out. So again, I'm on German 30 because I'm actually looking to take this pair at the moment. So that's why I'm not paying attention to anything else. We've got a nice 5-minute break of structure here on the market. Here. Now for me to get a good 1 to 5 risk to reward, so let me just do this. Template BOS. Because it's an indice, I might just take this 5-minute entry so my stop loss is smaller. I don't want my stop loss to be huge, because that is a huge stop loss. So if it breaks this 5-minute level here, can I leave an alert on this? I can. Boom. Let's just leave this so in case I check anything else, we don't miss this. So to set an alert, all you have to do is go to the time frame you want. Make sure you're on that once per bar close. And when German 30 DE 40, yeah, when it closes the 5-minute candle below that line, it's going to give me an alert and it's going to pop up. You see there? So it'll give me an alert for this trade. So I'm looking at the 5-minute break of structure, and then I'm looking at taking what I use is I use the ADR tool, and this is what Neo uses as well. So I'm going to be showing people basically Neo once I get this. Hopefully this stream runs smoother over time. I'll be showing them how Neo helps me with this. Neo is an indicator on MT4. It's being created at the moment. I've got plenty of videos on that as well. There's a whole Neo playlist on my YouTube. Please, if you're new in this Zoom or this YouTube live, whichever way you want to call it, can you hit the like button for me, please? Because the more likes, the more this will get spread to other people. Good morning, Ross. Yeah, so we've got a 5-minute break of structure here, basically. And like I've said, so however the trade works anyway, if it does or it doesn't, I'll be showing, you know, if we do get into it, then I will be showing a video on YouTube. I will upload a video on SPX, how that worked last week, so people can understand as well. Anyone that has been watching these live Zooms, if they're not aware of what Neo is, I'll show you it using the strategy tester. And again, all the information to get into that. The reason why I've created Neo is because I've been trading it for at least 4 years now. Obviously adding more and more things to it just to try and make it better for myself. And I've got to a point where it's like I do the VIP signals for anybody in the one-time fee VIP group. Literally, it's a lifetime access once you pay. And these are the signals I give out all the time. So even when this happens, I'm going to give out this signal in my Telegram group. And basically, I've just created it so people that are in the Telegram group or in the VIP, they can now have the software on MT4 for themselves, for them to be able to see what I'm seeing when I'm looking for trade entries, rather than me always having to break down, okay, we're looking at this pair, all this type of stuff. Even though I do go for it on my Sunday Zooms, at least throughout the week, you can find the pairs I'm talking about, and you might even be able to find other pairs, maybe pairs I'm not going to trade. You could counter trend trade them if you want to, if you've got a strategy. So whatever you want to do, but once you have the software on MT4, obviously you can do what you like. So let's just say this did break an entry here for a 5-minute time frame. I'll be looking to take myself from here. My stop loss would be above here. It's a bit more than what I wanted for a stop loss, to be fair, because I worked out my risk using this. It's a bit more. So I just use this thing here. This is one of the students in VIP showed me about this one, Admiral Markets. You can use this as a calculator. And this one's great because it helps you work out your leverage as well, currency, and you can use indices. The other pip calculator doesn't let you use indices. It doesn't let you change leverage. So it tells you where the open price is and where the stop loss is. So if we were to take this trade, let's just say it did break down here. Like I said, I'm looking to take this trade right now. That's why I'm doing an analysis on this. I'm not checking anything else right now. I don't want to miss this trade in the Zoom for myself, so that's why I'm looking at it. We can see here that our entry is, why is it not popping up with this thing no more? Weird. It is, let's just say 15457. So all I do is go here and do this 15457, and then let's just say the stop loss was to get hit would be 15506. Imaging, nope, there we go. 155, was it 15566? Was it 15566? Can't even remember now. Gotta double check that. Yeah, 15506 is. Okay, so if price was to hit my stop loss with the risk I'm looking to take, which is a 100k account, prop account, I'm looking to take this, I would lose $31. So that's fine for me. That's fine for me. So I'll lose $31, but then if it goes to my take profit one, which like I said, we use the ADR tool for that. So I go here and I just change my ADR parameter, ADR length to 21. Please, if you're new in here, just hit the like button for me. I've only got 4 likes in here, and it could be definitely, it says there's more people than that. So if we can hit that, come on people, hit that like button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. It's not going to come out of your subscription fee. Just hit the like button for me, please. What am I saying? Here we go. Let's zoom out. It's because the 5-minute chart. That's why. Just want to show you the ADR. There we go. So the ADR on this pair here, you can see, is 302 pips, basically. So 302 would be this down here. This is German 30, DAX 40, DA 40, DE 40. But it's German 30, basically. It's an indice. It's the only one coming up with a Neo setup this week. Everything else didn't go towards its supply area. As you can see, this red area here, it's gone to the supply. This black line is the liquidity grab. It's done. So it's done a 1-hour chart liquidity grab. It's not a 40, yeah, it's a 1-hour chart liquidity grab. It's done. Boom. And we had to wait patiently for it to get to this area for a possible reversal back down. So yeah, if this gives me my trade setup, you can see here, this will be a 1 to 6 trade. And that's 15137. 15137. One five one three seven. 15137. So if it goes to take profit, I'll make $200 on this trade. So I am actually looking to try and make a little bit more. So I'm going to up this to 65. Okay. I'm hoping this isn't too big on this account. Because it seems like a big lot size, but I'm hoping this is a mini. I want to enter this figure, then I'm in a $7,000 trade. I'm going to enter a 0.10 on it first, just to make sure when I enter it. Because I don't want that, you know, some prop accounts or different accounts, they'll say, we say this now, and then all of a sudden I enter it, it'll be like a $7,000 trade. I'll be screaming. Oh, nice, mate. Nice. Yeah, GJ did a madness off of that previous day's high. I didn't trade yesterday. So it's saying I need to enter a little bit more. I'm trying to make $300 on this. Shit, this can't be right. I'm going to check this again with the stop loss. So literally, this is what I do, guys and girls, just so you can see how I take a live trade. I'm just trying to work this out. Okay, yeah, so it's about 0.90 now, but if I'm losing this trade, yeah, I should be losing about $60, $70. About $60. So I'll take it like that. So I do want to lose less than 60. I would like to lose about $37, which is worked out. It's worked out to a certain amount of percentage of risk, but it's so I can trade these probabilities and these positions of trades like I've explained. Please, if you're new in here, if you can just hit that like button, that would be great, even if you're going to leave. So that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm trying to make $300 on TP1 and $600 if it does TP2, which will be 2 times this ADR. So times this by 2. And this is what the Neo indicator shows you. So TP1 would be ADR1, which is 302 pips from my entry. And then ADR2 would be 604 pips, obviously. But of course, we don't have to take it all the way to the take profit. You can take your money out or break even when it gets 50% of ADR1. ADR is the average daily range for anyone that is new in here. So yeah, this is the pair I'm just looking at the moment. I'm just waiting for it to break structure. I'm going to, let me go over any pairs if anybody's got any pairs now, and then I'll come back to this and break down why I'm taking this trade. So Anybody got any pairs they want me to check whilst we're here? Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Anybody got any pairs? Let me know so I can check them, and then I'm gonna go down to why I took this, why I'm looking to take this pair. Yo, yo. Yo, NK. If we could just hit that like button, guys and girls, come on. There's still not enough likes. You can just tap that like button. Don't be shy. Just press the button. Do-do-do. Just press it. Okay, so any pairs people want me to check, please let me know. If there's just anything you want me to check. Yeah, GJ was a nice buy yesterday, but that was one of those irregular moves. You can see, obviously, because they did the massive sells going all the way down. That's why they covered the liquidity from the massive drop, or the imbalance, whichever way you want to call it. That's what they went to go for, because that sell was ridiculous. So you see on Neo, these were the Neo trades, but what they did is they gave us the Neo trade on Friday. Can you see they gave us our trade here? So there was a 15-minute break of structure here, and this was the Neo trade. So remember, we were trying to catch these trades properly for a big move like this for 2 weeks now. And notice how they gave us that move. Instead of giving it to us, usually they should give it to us around about the middle of the month. That's why I noticed a big move like this. So maybe just after, but they gave it to us at the end of the month. Very weird. So they're trying to finish off the move. We were all expecting this buy. How many weeks in a row did I tell you that this thing can buy? Do you understand? But it never went to the marked out supply area, demand area, which is down here. So it did go to previous ones, which were up here. But of course, they obviously had alternative ideas. And this is more. This is about 2.5 times ADR that this has done so far, which is exactly, this is our Neo trade here, basically. But again, it didn't go to our supply area. So we were trying to catch it from this one here. So there was this one here that we caught, that was given out. There was another one, I think, last week that was given out here, right here, you see. And then obviously this one is this week here, where, and then last week it didn't go all the way up. It pulled all the way back down again. And then now they've given you the proper trade. So right now we're just waiting for price action to buy up some more. It's not high enough right now. So right now I wouldn't trade GJ anymore, unless you're looking for scalp trades. I wouldn't trade it in terms of a big trade like this. I'd be looking for only scalp trades, but it's very overbought at the moment. So at any time it can pull back again. So for me, using my strategy, I wouldn't be trading this anymore. I'd leave it to do what it's going to do, and then I'll be catching it when it does its peak high, reverses, and comes back down for the sell. But for any of the scalp traders, wait for your 1 hour structure break. Come on, guys and girls, let's hit that like button. Let's not be shy. Oh, that laptop almost switched off there. Imagine that. I'll check US 500 as well. Give me a second. I'll be looking for a sell on US 500 soon. Yeah, so it's 1 hour structure levels here. So don't look for any sell setups until it breaks this level here on GJ, which is the 163.061. So here's your 1 hour break of structure. Come on, guys and girls. I can see viewers in here. Come on, let's hit this like button. Where are we? Break of structure. Yeah. So wait for a 1 hour break of structure. Wait for a retest after that happens, and then get in on the supply area that is formed. So right now it's 1 hour break of structures here. So don't look for any sells until it breaks that. Obviously, if it makes new structure, map out the next 1 hour break of structure level, and then wait for the breakout, retest, and get in on the retest. Because it's buying with such force, you definitely want to wait for a supply area and a retest for an entry of a trade. Because if you try and get in on the breakout of the sell, look what happened here to all of the breakout sell traders. Boom. Unless you caught a quick scalp, you caught that, and then boom, all the way back up to take you out. So you've got to be careful. Yeah, March is definitely March Madness, boy. March Madness. March was a very rough month for me, boy. It wasn't a straightforward month. That's just how it is. Because what they were doing is mad aggressive moves one way, and then the next day or 2 days they'll just do it the other way. So if I'm trying to hold a swing trade, they'll just pull it all the way back, or I wouldn't be able to take as much profits as I needed. Any other pairs people want me to check? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna check SPX now. Let me do this so I can see what I'm looking at. There we go. UK 100. Hello, Paul. How you doing, mate? I don't really trade UK 100, but I will look at it for you. Um, yeah, so SPX is in its area right now. So this is another one getting geared up. And here was this liquidity. So we wanted to take out this liquidity here. It's already taken out this liquidity. So I wanted to take out this liquidity here. And then you could look for a possible sell trade coming back down. That's what I'm looking for. So I feel like they're running for this liquidity right here. So I wouldn't touch it right now for any sells unless it takes out this liquidity. If you wanted to snap in a buy, you'd probably be lucky because it'll probably buy up to this level here. Oh, that's nice, man. That's nice. Yeah, I don't know when summer's coming for us around here. It'll probably be around about September. Usually summer's around September. If we're lucky, it comes in August. If we're lucky, really lucky. But most times we get summer around September almost. So that's US 500. I'm looking for a possible sell. Of course, it can do a continuation of a buy all the way until at least this liquidity here. If it is going to do our sell, then it shouldn't go to this one here. This is too far away. It will go to this one here because it's already done its buy up that it needs to. So it will be exhausted. And then our stop hump one on Neo, the indicator on MT4, will be looking for a sell trade back down. Again, if you want to check out Neo, the indicator, I'm just going to get up the playlist now for people. In fact, I should be able to get it right here. You can go over to my Discord. If you're wondering what I'm referring to in terms of my strategy, you can go over to my Discord. This is Neo, the indicator here. So this big green box, I'm going to have a button that switches this off. Just waiting for the coding team to come back and then they'll do that. But that box is just showing you the trend basically on the pair. So it's not on your chart though. I'll have a setting where you can switch it off as well. And that's why I just changed the color there so you can see it, so it's gray. So Neo, the indicator right here. So there's the playlist right here, guys and girls. And I'll definitely suggest you get in now if you haven't got it, man. I mean, the price is pretty fair. And like I said, this is what I trade all year round. So if anybody wants to know how I'm able to make any type of consistent profits, it's literally what this indicator is doing for you. I mapped out the whole strategy on the indicator. So you can just be in the VIP service. And now, if you join up now, you get into the VIP service as well. So you're going to see how I'm doing this on the Sunday Zoom calls all the time. And yeah, it's just how I trade. Like I said, the best trade we caught last week was this one here. If you've got any other pairs, let me know as well. I'm going to check them out. Let me know, people. I'm going to check UK 100 in a second. If you're new here, hit that like button, please. It's free. Just think of it as buying me a cup of coffee, even though I don't drink coffee. Let's say a cup of hot chocolate. I'm like that. No coffee for me. Yeah, so we caught this sell with the Neo indicator last week right here. This EU sell, perfect entry. First 15-minute entry. It was hanging around for a bit, couple of hours. Coming into late New York, we saw the massive drop down, and then the day after, we saw the beautiful continuation of the trade for a midweek reversal. It came in on the Thursday, and if we go out to the daily, you'll see what I'm talking about. I need to set up all that stuff, the super chat button. Like I said, this is my first week, so give me a week or two, and then I'll get more familiar with these live streams. There's going to be, you know, some issues at first, but once I sort it all out, I'll be able to do all of that stuff. I don't know if you can add super chat in YouTube. I will check, but I know some people obviously use Twitch, and Twitch gives you a whole bunch of extra options. If OBS does as well, then I'll look into what OBS does, because I want to be able to put the banner and all this type of stuff as well. But again, I've got to look into all of that. So, you know, everything's a growth. But I said, instead of trying to, you know, overly take time to figure out everything, man, if you don't start something, you never will. So I just started it. So again, you can see here there was a liquidity wick here on the daily time frame on EU. I was waiting for it to clear this CPI wick over here first, and then they just kept doing a massive aggressive move. So I was looking at them going towards this target area over here, where there was obviously a rejection sell. This is what happened, and then we was able to catch this sell trade going all the way back down. So that's how we caught that massive sell, and this is what Neo picks up for you. So we had a daily break of structure here and here, so it was definitely a break of structure. The trend was initiated for a sell. We was able to catch this sell here. This was another sell given out as well. All break, retest sell after liquidity grabs were taken and supplies were reached. And then here was the next one, the last one that we caught. So now I'm not going to sell this anymore, because I think they're going to break this peak formation high up here. So I'm not selling this anymore. I think this is going to be a strong buy all the way up now, because on the weekly time frame, this is in a bullish trend, and this could just be a massive weekly pullback for a continuation of a buy. Of course, we know the USDs have been selling. They were selling pretty much all of 2022. So what we're seeing now at the moment is probably, you know, the recovery from that, basically that massive sell. Yeah, so that's how we caught that. So let's go to DAX. Yeah, I'll look at AJ for you. JPYs are all strong buys at the moment. Strong buys. Yeah, so here's German 30. So let me just zoom in. So we can see the liquidity down here. This is my target area overall. Obviously, that would be a super trade, but, you know, there's no guarantee that they'll go all the way back down there. There's no guarantee they'll even sell it. It's an indice, but we'll try, win or lose. This is what trading is. Let me switch this off. Oh, that's why. Price labels. Okay, so yeah, let's switch this off for now. Just switch these off so you can see the chart a bit better. No, come on. Okay, this is getting annoying. I'm just going to delete this one. There we go. Okay. This one. Okay, so again, it's the same setup. I trade this time and time again. Look here, there was a daily structural level built here. You can see it clear as day. So I'm just doing break and retests, but just from a daily, weekly, or monthly perspective. And this is how I'm able to catch day or swing trades in the market, using the Neo strategy, basically. So that way, it's just so much easier to see structural levels if you look at the daily, weekly, or monthly. If you're doing it on lower time frames, it might confuse you a bit. But if you're looking at it from a higher time frame, it's just a little bit easier for you to be able to see this. And then we see a massive breakout here. And so now I was just waiting for them to pull price back. They finally pulled price back here to where my supply level was. This level hasn't even changed since. And this is the first time they've touched this. So this is a fresh, brand new Neo trade. So if it does sell, it does have the possibility of it going quite far down. And again, they've left liquidity here, and they've left a massive daily liquidity here. So we could be seeing a massive wick grab towards these areas, which would be a fantastic sell trade. It's obviously overbought again, as it's bought all the way up. So this is why we're waiting for price to weaken and give us our possible sell trade. I'm just going to look at it again so I don't miss it. So this is exactly why I'm looking at DAX right now, German 30, shall I say, so it's easier for people to know. Let's go into UK 100 first, because that's what I promised. Let's go here. So the DAX is there. So it's very strong. I would prefer a 15-minute entry on the DAX. So I'm just my analysis. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's great. So now the DAX. Let me go back here quickly. I'm gonna come back to UK, but I want to go to this trade because of what we're seeing in it. Like I said, I'm trying to catch an entry on this, so I don't want to miss it. Guys and girls. So after that last big push up, now this is beautiful. So this is what we're seeing right here. And now look at the 15-minute break of structure area. It's here. So this is better. It's better when they give us a setup like this rather than a massive impulsive move and then a push all the way back down. So BOS is still trying to load the chart. So now we've got a BOS here. So I'm going to get rid of this one here. If this one does give me the trade, this is a better trade setup from here. Because now I've got a smaller stop loss there. So I would rework the levels the risk I'm going to use, or I could still use the same risk, but I'll just bring my stop loss down, which will give me less of a loss on this trade. So hopefully they do break this level here and they don't do a massive impulsive break. There is a imbalance in this level here that they might be, so hopefully they don't do a super aggressive move to clear this imbalance in between here on the 15-minute chart. Let's hope they don't do a super aggressive. Let's hope they just break it a little, give us a closure of a 15-minute candle below these bodies of these candles here. They might go to the wicks on those candles. Let's move that out of the way. They might go to where these wicks are and then give us an entry. Just got to change this. Just give me a second, people. Let's go 5-minute time frame. Like I said, I don't want to miss this trade. It's all good and well doing the zooms, but you can't be missing trades, mate. This is the only trade coming through this week. It would be nice if it does win. If it doesn't, oh well. It's the only trade. There we go. Did I set that once per bar close? Let's just go check that again. Boom. So I'm just trying to check the alert on this. Edit alert. Yeah, once per bar close, 5-minute chart. So when a 5-minute candle closes below that level, it will give me an indication and pop up on the chart here. UK 100. Sorry about that, mate. I know you've been asking. I'm going to go back to that. Like I said, I just don't want to miss that trade. Then I'll check AED JPY. UK 100 is pretty much the same. I'm taking it. They pretty much do the same thing, all of the indices. Well, a majority of them anyway. I shouldn't say all of them. I don't trade them every single day, but it's because it's the only pair. If there was other pairs, I wouldn't even probably trade the DAX, but because it's the only Neo setup coming up that looks clean enough, that's the only reason why I'm trading it. But how it moves, I can't guarantee it will move exactly how currency pairs do with Neo, but they do work a good amount of times. I've seen it when I've back tested it and when I've traded it myself. But again, like I said, it's an indices, so it can buy up more. As we know, there's stocks. So yeah, we've had a massive daily breakout here, which is great on this. So in terms of if I was looking to Neo trade this, we've had that here. It looks like they're going for this. They've already swept this liquidity over here, which is great. They've swept this area here. Let's see here. Give me a second. They've swept that area here. The only other area I'd be looking at them going towards is this area here, is where this liquidity here. So there's a massive liquidity over here, right there. So in theory, you want them to realistically, if they're going any higher and they're going to pull back for a sell, I don't know if you're scalping it or swing trading it. Been killing you. Yeah, great. That's good, man. That's good, Paul. So if anything else, I'd be looking for a sell trade from here. Let's even see on a fib. Let's draw a fib out. So from the swing high to the swing low. Yeah, there you go. So I would be looking to take a sell trade from here. These are my fib settings, by the way, if anyone's wondering. The fib settings. You can copy them if you're watching the video. I'd be looking to take a sell trade if I was Neo trading it from here, this whole area. So basically the 618, and this is what I would have as a supply zone. I just keep it simple like that. Where are we? Supply. There we go. Yeah, that's why it's just, I've been trading swing trades for a while now and I'm just used to it. So that's kind of my thing. I'm going to check AUD, JPY in a bit. So yeah, that's the whole idea I would have. As we can see, it's broke structure here from the Fibonacci. We can see the market's pulling back. The 50% is not where you really want to be getting in a trade. You want to be looking for a trade above the 50%. So the 618 is your first area of interest. We can obviously see there's a liquidity wick here as well. That's why I used it as an area. There's a liquidity wick here. So they're either going to go up, take that wick and come down, or they're going to just get up towards that area, and then you could start to see a 15-minute chart break of structure and then catch a sell trade going back down on UK 100. So yeah, that's what I would be looking for. As I said, it's already grabbed the liquidity here, and again, we're not going to be selling it from this area because it's too low. It's not impossible. Obviously, you've seen this has happened, but it's already broke it. And like I said, I feel like they're going for this one here from how it's looking. No problem at all, mate. Like I said, that was a fresh analysis. But this is literally how I'll do my Neo analysis so people can understand. I just go through every single pair and then I mark out the ones that could be potentials to go towards the, really, I like it to go to the 786, 886 and so on. And then obviously the other way around. So it'd be the 236 and the 382 if it was buying. But of course, the 618 can still give you a trade. Sometimes even the 50% can give you a trade. But when that starts happening, I start looking at pairs that I've done the more aggressive move for the sell back down or the more aggressive move for the buy back up. And if I've got 6 pairs I'm looking at, this is how I might have 6 to 8 different trading pairs in a week. But then I'll start to round them down slowly to say, okay, this one looks like at least it's very exhausted to do a reversal. So it's really just that simple. It's not really too complicated. The only thing people have got to understand is that you're still going to lose trades. You're not going to win every single trade. But if you're trading with good risk management, as I've shown people over a period of time in the Telegram, on the last 2 weeks, I had like 8 losers, but then I had 2 winners and I was still profitable over a period of 2 weeks. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to lose trades, and it's basically losing entries because sometimes these pairs will give you multiple entries as well. So they won't give you multiple entries every 5 seconds as well. Most times they seem to give you like 1 entry, maybe in London, New York. And then if not, they're probably going to give you the entry the next day. It could happen in Asian, but it's better that way because if they've pushed further away, then at least you're not getting entries, you know, every 10 pips away from entry. You're getting entries maybe 50 pips, 100 pips away from the first entry. So that's why I said if you're position trading, you know, if you're thinking about it that way, and I'm going to be starting to master that more and more, and I'll be talking about that in my in the Zooms, in the lives, whatever, so people know. If you're new here, please hit that like button. Even if you're going to leave, just hit that like button for me. It spreads the YouTube live out there, please. It's free, completely free, doesn't cost you anything. You know how it goes. Yeah, so this did hit my demand level. As you see, I've got this marked out already. Boom. So it hit it. So this was given out. Was it given out in the Zoom? I can't remember if it was given out in the Zoom or I drew it. I think I just drew it. I don't think it was given out in the Zoom call. So let me do this. Because I didn't do a Zoom call this Sunday. Yeah, so, okay, so this one's marked as a purple. Okay, this is why. So this one here had its peak low over here. It was here where the peak low was. And you can obviously see price action bought it. So when price action does this, for me, when it comes to a neo trading strategy, what I do is I won't trade that pair no more, so I'll turn it to a purple color. So this is how I mark out my circle of pips. Again, if you're in the one-time fee VIP group, you're going to understand this. I've got a whole course video that I send to you as soon as you sign up as well, so you're fully going to understand what I'm saying. Do you understand? And I go through this every single week, so it's not like it's just one recording and I never talk about it. Price action broke its peak low, so I've marked it as purple because now it's telling me that it's grabbed this major liquidity basically, and we could be seeing a reversal. So I used this area here as its reversal. I'm like, as long as price action doesn't break this low, then it could possibly reverse off this level, and this is what you've literally seen this week. I could have literally have entered a buy trade in this week, but I just never, because I wait. This is the breakout. So breakout traders would have caught this. One of my students asked me and they said, oh, is GJ going to buy? I think they asked me last week. And they were actually right because GJ bought from Friday. But I've told them, you know, you've got to wait, because if you're wrong in this, USD CAD is one of them right now. If you were wrong in this, price action is going to keep going down. So you don't want to be in that move, because that move can last 200 pips negative against you. And anyone that's been in my VIP for long enough will know that is a reality. So you have to be very careful of trying to catch these super sniper entries. But when they do happen, they're beautiful. So now what I would be waiting for is price action to go like this, come back, and then I'm expecting a move like this, and this is how we catch the neo trade. You see? So here, So we'll catch a neo trade on this pullback entry for the buy. So we need it to obviously start forming structure. So I don't have to worry about this. It's called the circle of pips, how I trade, and I just trade in a circle rotation. This is what we'll be looking for. So AUD you'll be looking for it to take a buy trade after it does a breakout, a pullback, and then there'll be levels of demand underneath it, basically, liquidity. Once it goes to sweep the liquidity, heads towards the demand, it might even break the demand. But the main thing, the big thing is the liquidity sweeps, because those are where the money is. Once it grabs the liquidity, which is the wicks are just the liquidity on any time frame. Any time frame, guys and girls, that is liquidity. I've got a whole video on that on YouTube as well. And if people are not aware of it, let me even get it and post it in here. I know some people struggle with that. I've had about 4 people ask me about that, so just give me a second. It's a very big piece of information. Sorry, just about to get it. Almost there. Yeah, there we go. About to get it. Here we go, guys and girls. If you can just hit that like button for me, please, guys and girls, if you're new in here, even if you're going to leave, just hit it and say, John, I'm too busy, but here you go, John, here's a like for you. There you go. So this video here explains wicks in the market, and it shows you how they chase wicks from the 1 minute time frame all the way up to the monthly time frame, basically. Literally, it's a whole breakdown. I think I go through it on gold, so you can just see it. So that happens with any trading pair. And yeah, that's why it's important. So I'd be waiting for a liquidity grab, demand area, continuation of a buy. So right now I'm not touching AJ. Obviously we can see it's going to cover. This is why we're seeing this big buy. Look at from the sales they were doing in the previous weeks, which were silly, very silly, aggressive moves. You can see they've left so much slippage. Wick, and some more wicks up here. So we might not be seeing a rejection until it gets close enough towards this area here on AUD So here's where I would say its first resistance is. Around about here. So they're probably going to clear all of this. So now you're still probably seeing continuations of buys on this pair. For me, like I said, I wouldn't get in, but if you are going to get in for a continuation of a buy, then you'd probably have to just be waiting for a lower time frame structural break. If we could just hit that like button, guys and girls. We've seen so many 1 hour breaks here, it's ridiculous. You had a break from here, boom, break, demand level, boom, look, see, liquidity grab, boom, continuation of a buy. So when you see it like this, this is crazy. This is just crazy moves. You had another 1 hour break of structure here, boom. Didn't really touch the demand level. I would have said the demand was here, didn't touch it, just went off with it. This is how you know they're going crazy. When they don't even pull back to demand levels and they're still buying, that's when you just know they're just putting in huge orders. We had another 1 hour break of structure here, boom. Then price action's gone towards this liquidity grab here. Your demand level would have been this area here because we saw a pullback. Demand level right here. Let me just draw it out so people can see. Demand level there, boom. Pullback buy. So if you are trying to continue to buy this, like I said, I'm not doing this. I'm just trying to show you price action and how you trade these things if they respect these levels. Boom. Clone. And then we had another demand level here. I would say here, but it didn't even respect it anyway. So the reason why I'm saying it here is you've had that there. So you've had this area here. So it obviously broke out there, boom. Yeah, it didn't even respect that demand level, it just kept going. So right now, and now it's broke 1 hour structure again over here. So it can just keep buying right now. And we know why, because we've gone to the daily time frame. So for me, I wouldn't be looking at anything on this right now. The only thing I could say is it might do a pullback sell. I think I did mark it out on the other pairs. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Any other pairs you want me to check, let me know, guys and girls. Just trying to give a bit of teaching now because we're just waiting. I'm going to go back to the other pairs in a minute. Yeah, so you've got a 1 hour sell break of structure here. I think I did mark it out already. But yeah, it broke it, I think, even if I did mark it out. So yeah. So you've got a new 1 hour sell break of structure here. So if you see a sell on this pair and you're trying to catch your scalp sells, wait for it to break that, wait for the retest. So you see what I'm saying? This strategy on the 1 hour is just what I'm doing on the daily, weekly, monthly, but it's just quicker. Do you get it? So you're just waiting for a breakout, sell, retest, and continuation. It's no different. I'll check GBP USD now. Those are going into buys as well. Those are going for peak formation breaks. So if you're looking for sell AJ, you're looking for it to break that, and then boom. People say you can't trade every pair, but once you trade every pair enough, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say you're going to know the ins and outs of every pair in terms of its fundamentals, really, if you trade every pair, but if you trade every single pair, you're going to know what it's doing. Like, I've traded every single pair for so many years now. I just know where they are, and the USDs are biting right now. That's what they're doing. You're going to just know where they are. No setup on gold. I already said that from before, my friend. No setup right now. Yeah, see, these are strong buys. So you can see what I'm saying. So this is why I try to trade Neo and not Scout, because this is ridiculous. They broke structure twice on EU on the 1 hour chart, by the way. They broke it on Tuesday, and then they broke it on Wednesday, and then they still did this. This is GU, obviously, but this is what they're doing. It's breaking structure when they're doing this. And this is why I trade the higher time frames, because on the higher time frame, first and foremost, this has turned into a buy trend right now for me. And you see, this is why, no, sorry, this is why I marked it as red, because I believe it was turning into a buy trend. And this is why we wasn't trading GU this week. So when I turn anything to a red, all my students know that that's pairs I'm looking to see how they behave. And yeah, so when we go to the daily time frame, this is the markout I've had for GU. It's my VIP markout. So it's got a supply level up here. So you can see I wasn't even looking to take a sell on this trade unless it comes all the way up here anyway. And yeah, we can clearly see that this is the peak high. So when price action gets to this level, this is a problem, because this is when you lose more Neo trade setups, when they go all the way back here. So because it's risky, because they're either going to do a huge sell straight away as soon as it gets to this level, or what they will do is just break the peak formation high here. As we can see, this was the daily breakout before. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so we were catching the sells, all these type of sells between here and here. I think we caught 2 of these sells on GU. Yeah, basically that's what we was looking for. But now it's going for the continuation of the buy. I wouldn't trade this anymore, because it's probably going to go and break this peak high. I would wait for it to break this peak high. I kid you not, guys, and go, this is another thing I've seen. A Neo actually comes up with a blue color, which helps you with this, the indicator. So the Neo indicator playlist is in the chat. If you look in the chat, and you'll be able to see it. So Neo comes up with a blue color when it breaks these levels, yeah? And then when it breaks this level, boom, what I've noticed is that now you can look for a trade here. It's how I caught gold on that video of gold that I uploaded. Boom. So when it does this, and then stop hunt 1 comes and gives you a confirmation of a strong pullback, look for a buy, because obviously they've broken structure on a high time frame, which is a daily, weekly, or monthly. Do you get it? So this is when I will be looking at continuation of a buy, because right now I don't know if they're going to buy all the way up to here, or they're going to sell back down. Do you get it? So you're in that situation. I'll go back to gold for you. Gold is going up for the buy for sure. They're going for this level. It's just known. So we had our entry, and our entry was actually a nice swing entry, to be fair. Gold is going to probably keep going up. So that's GU for you. I wouldn't touch GU until it goes to break that peak high. So yep, gold is starting to buy today. We're seeing this, even though we've got this sell. My reasoning for gold buying is go to the monthly time frame. So you got to be careful. I know some people, because it looks like it's selling, some people are going to want to catch these sells and this. I'm telling you from now, I'd wait for huge pullbacks and catch the buy. There's no reason for them, especially with this month closing by the end of this week. There is no reason for them to go all the way up to these liquidity wicks over here and not cover them. It doesn't make sense. It's like when they did this sell all the way down. Why did they cover this wick? It just makes sense. So they went to go cover this wick. They're not going to sell all the way down here and then reverse up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to go back to ADCHF in a bit. Ord seemed to be buying. AU was buying, so Ord, it might have broke its level. So you can see here, boom, it went all the way down for this wick and covered it and went round. So I think this is what gold is trying to do over here. Right now, I think it's trying to go for these wicks. And what we're going to see NFP week is a sharp, aggressive buy to the upside, which we had an entry from Tuesday on. So if anybody was holding that entry on Tuesday, boom, you've got a trade going all the way up to these highs. If not, then we're going to have to try and find some levels next week for a possible buy entry. Of course, I'll let you guys and girls know if I see anything. But again, the great entries were from after they did this pullback, boom, and then we could have got in there, or from when we saw other ones. So let's go down to the lower time frame. I want to see if it respected my levels that I drew. I think it did. I'm going to go check ADCHF in a bit. So yeah, So again, look, see, this was our entry on Tuesday. If you haven't got this entry, it's very risky. I wouldn't, because they could go for a liquidity grab back to this area and buy. It's, you can see it's floating. This is what I call a floater. It's just floating right now. We don't want this. We want it to come back to something and then go off. And this is why this was a good demand level. Of course, there could be a demand level in between here. I'm not saying there isn't. It's pretty much this candle here. So this whole candle could be another demand. Could be there. But it doesn't look clear to me, personally. I don't know if they're going to go and retest this and wick it back up. I don't know if they're going to go retest this low and then wick it back up. So I don't really know what gold is doing right now. Like I said, this was your entry here. You could have held this one. Or this was the one I gave out last week here, which you could have still been holding this one. So right now, I would be waiting. If I was looking to take a trade on gold, I want to see if they hold this level here and then ricochet off. Or I'd want to see if they come back to this level down here and then ricochet off of that level. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me go back to these pairs here, and I will do. Let's just go see DAX. I don't want to miss that trade. Give me a second, people. Just checking DAX quickly. I'm hoping they buy some more. I like the way the 15-minute break of structure is on DAX, but to be fair, I want them to reverse it, but I want them to reverse it later. I don't want them to reverse it now because they could fake us out in New York. I'd rather they reverse it in New York, and then we could see something. Yep, so here you go. Here's AED-CHF. I wish I had these ones here. You have seen a retest. So right now in AED-CHF, you had your entry right here, by the way, based on what I've said. There, look, see? Supply area, retest. Oh, what's going on? Boom. Bit of a risky one to get in now. You can still get in it, possibly, if you wanted to catch the sell. So this is what I'm saying. When the 1 hour structure breaks, now you're waiting for the pullback in the supply area. The supply area you just mark out from previous levels of support resistance, and then you look at your sell. So that one's sold. I think this one is sold as well. Okay, so this one looks like it's gearing up, but I don't think it's in the supply area yet. Nope. So the supply area could have done it from yesterday because this one pulled back. So it broke a 1 hour structure, pulled back. You can see here, boom. And then now we're starting to see a trade. Again, if you look at it from a Fibonacci point, maybe this might help some people. Swing high to a swing low. Boom. You can see there, look, see, 786. The same levels I talk about in the VIP, in the one-time fee VIP group, the same level. Look, 786, rejection, sell. So that might help you. Look for the 1 hour breaker structure. If it's a big one, then you'll be able to draw, obviously, a cleaner fib. And then, look, you're just waiting for the Fibonacci to pull back above the 50, look for rejection sells. So even if you got in here and your stop loss was above here, you could have got taken out the first time, and then the next entry would have been there for a trade. So right now, it's all the way down here. Let's say we was going to use our fib. Let's even use our fib, see if it helps us out. Yeah. So really, this isn't a great area to sell. Again, you can see why my supply area is here. We want them to pull back to at least the 618. So we want to see at least that one there. It would be nice if they go back into this area here, and then we see a sell off at that level. Let's go to NZD-CHF. Nope, so NZD-CHF hasn't pulled back. It might just be holding this level here. But NZD-CHF, I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame so you can see what I'm looking at, to make it clearer for you. So I just based it. This is how I base my support and resistance. After the 1 hour break of structure, which we can see here, you're just looking at previous resistance levels on the 1 hour chart. So there was a sell here. There was a sell over here as well. So it's as simple as that. So just look for, to the left, look for previous strong support or resistance levels where price action can obviously buy back up towards. And then you want to see it break 15-minute structure at that level back for a sell or a buy. Obviously this being a sell. And then you're just looking for your trade entry. You take it, win or lose, just like that. That is how, these are the type of trade setups I'm going to be giving out on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday when I do these Zooms. I won't do them on Wednesday. I'll go over why on Wednesday again, why I don't take these trade setups. Starting to see a bit of a sell on the DAX. The DAX, come on, DAX, sell. Enter DJPY, yep, it's broke it, so we get rid of it. You see how this broke it? So the break of structure level was here. Obviously, it's broke it. We're not interested in this pair no more, so we just take that off. USD JPY is probably broke it as well because the JPYs are still buying strong. So it's still holding it USD JPY. Right now you're looking for any sell setups in this area here on USD JPY. So if it holds here and that gives a 15-minute break of structure, especially if you're in a VIP group, you might just get an alert as well. If you're looking for a 15-minute break of structure, boom, and then you catch the trade going back down for the sell. So we haven't seen nothing there. Again, you can obviously see to the left, look here, massive sell off this level here, and then a massive sell off this level here as well, right here. And even if it's not that one, it's this one here. There was a sell from here. Morning, morning RH, morning. If you're new in here, please hit that like button. It's beautiful. Just click that like button for me. Doesn't cost you anything. We got to do smash that like button. Okay, cool. So those are those pairs there. AUDCHF is the one that's currently would have been running in some type of profits right now, and we're starting to still see it sell. So apologies for being able to miss these trades. I could have gone back over to them, but again, I do have a trade I'm trying to take on all my accounts, so I have to pay attention to that. And people ask me to check other pairs as well. So exactly what I just explained to you with the 1 hour break of structure, you can already see it. So you can even see here, look, broke structure, pulled back, and then you saw the sell trade from there. You see? And then now we've seen another pullback, and then we're seeing a sell. So let's go grab our fib and then draw a fib from here to here and map it out. And see, 618, boom. So, and it's even great. You're seeing lower high, lower high, lower high. So again, we've had a 1 hour break of structure. Then our first entry here. So on the first 1 hour break of structure, I definitely wouldn't look for a re-entry of a trade unless you see price action going to that 786. And then if it's a buy, look for the 236. And that's what I would say. It's just safer because then at least you know they've done a strong pullback. If you're seeing a break of structure from those levels, fantastic. Do you get it? So now when we go further down, yeah, so obviously we've got this one here, and then now we've had a pullback above. Remember what I told you, not the 50. I've marked out the golden zone here for everyone. That's why this fib is great. I've marked it out. And then above, you can see here, 618, 15-minute break of structure here with this candle. Right now, you would be in this trade right here for a sell. So I gave this one out in the Zoom at first, but the only thing in the Zoom is that obviously we had errors at first in the Zoom. So let's just see what it does. Let's see what it does. And then your take profit, let's switch on this indicator. Here, Asian session range indicator. Right here. Let's just do this. It's visibility on intervals. So let's just hide this for a sec. Cool. And there you go. So the Asian, you're looking to take it to the, here's the Asian session. So right now it's broke the Asian high. So it's, yeah, could you call that? I wouldn't even call that TP1. Nah, that's not TP1. That's like 3 pips. TP1 would be here, the Asian session mid-range. TP2 would be the Asian session low, and TP3 would be yesterday's low. So that'll give you 36 pips. And that's all you're looking to get. You're not looking to do anything crazy with these types of setups. Nothing crazy. You're just looking for that. And that's still a 5R trade. Simple. That's all. So you've got like a 7 pip stop loss and a 5R trade. And that's how you're looking to take these type of trade setups. A simple 1 hour break of structure. I even shown you how you can use the Fibonacci. Yeah. So let's just do this. Close, hide. Let's hide this actually. Boom. So I don't know if anyone did enter that pair. If they were watching, I know you mentioned it to me again, so you might have been checking it. So you've got a TP here. We've got a TP here. And you've got a TP here. And then you've even got another TP down here. So this is how you take these trades. Use the indicator FXN, just type that. And then you got another TP down here. Previous week's low. It does go all the way down. This is AUD And how I pick this up, guys and girls, like I said, in future, I'm going to be showing you, you can see it's starting to sell now. I'm going to show you how I'm able to pick these up. So basically, a very simple way, and this is, I'm telling you guys and girls, trust me, it's not just a marketing thing. Neo the indicator is fantastic. Like, there's ways it's going to be able to help you. And this is how I first started to build this strategy. The first thing I'm seeing with it is when stop hump 1 appears, yeah, regardless of the bigger trend, because that's for the swing trades, like I'm trying to catch with DAX, yeah, when that appears, then you can go down to your 1 hour time frame, look for a break of structure, again, which Neo shows you. The playlist is in the chat. If you scroll up in the chat, you're going to be able to see the Neo playlist there. Then you just wait for your 1 hour break of structure, and then once you get a pullback, you can do your own chart analysis on TradingView, however else you do it. You want to do it, because this strategy is not built into Neo. This is something I'm creating live with you guys and girls, so we're going to see losses and wins. I'm just trying to create it live with you to show you how I create a strategy. So you can see here, boom, as soon as you get a 1 hour break of structure, we've now seen a pullback to a supply level we've patiently waited for. Even if I've just shown you a quick method of how you can actually use the fib, because I'm using my Forex skills, I'm picking that out. I'm like, oh, you can use probably a fib here, but just use how I use it on a bigger time frame, lower. Now we saw a pullback to the area, 15-minute break of structure, boom. Now you'll be in this trade for the sell, going down. Do you get it? And then you use, because it's a scalp trade, you're really looking to take it most times to the Asian low or the Asian high, or you can take it to the previous day's low or high, and then you can take it to the previous week's low or high. And look at the trade, it's melting right now. Melting, it's melting. It's funny if it reverses and hits stop loss. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, we're creating a whole strategy. It's a whole strategy. I'm using Neo the indicator to create a new strategy. And if it works over a period of time, and you see exactly what I'm telling you guys and girls, if it works for 6 months, something like that, and we're seeing that, okay, no, this is obviously working, I will build it into the Neo indicator as well for you guys and girls. This is why I say, if you get the lifetime access now, all of these little things I'm doing, you're going to have access to that as it goes forward. Of course, if I build a whole new indicator, that's different. But anything like this, yeah, it will be in there. And it doesn't have to be a new indicator, because Neo's the one that told me, look for a possible sell in AUD-CHF. Look for a possible sell in GBP-CHF. Look for a possible sell in NZD-CHF, USD-JPY, etc. And like I said, we're not just getting in because it said look for a sell. We wait for things to happen. Can you look for NAS 100? Of course I will. NAS 100 was buying, but it could sell back down. NAS 100. I think NAS broke his peak, so I'm not looking for that right now. I'm waiting for a new peak to form. Let me go to the daily time frame. Any other pairs you want me to know to check? So the only trade that we would have been on a live call, like I said, it was given out, but then the live stopped and then I had to go back to it, was AUD-CHF sell. I was just showing you there why we'd be looking at it. We're still waiting for GBP-CHF or NZD-CHF to buy up some more before sell. But they may not, as we're already seeing AUD-CHF sell. Yeah, NAS 100 broke his peak, so I'm still waiting. But if it is going to sell, I'll mark this out. So even though it breaks its peak, I still mark these areas out as a possible quote-unquote sniper entry. If it does break his peak, if it doesn't break this high here, it can sell from here. That's what we saw on AUD-JPY. We saw a straight buy from this area. So we could see a sell from this area here. So if you are looking to possibly sell this, wait for a 15, I would honestly say wait for a 1 hour break of structure and a retest, but obviously it's an indices, completely up to you how you want to kind of trade it. Me personally, I'm waiting for it to pull all the way back down, give me the retest, and then sell. So I want it to break structure. And for me, it hasn't broken daily structure just yet. The daily structure level for me now, because this one's been broken, is here. So when it breaks this level, that's a nice, clear, defined level of structural break. If it breaks that level there, then I'll be starting to look for possible sells after that on this pair. EA, you asked me to. Sorry, my friend. I'm going to check NZD-CAD in a bit. Yeah, if you're in buys, that's great. You're still buying right now, so that's great. You're on the right side of the trend, clearly, if you're still buying. You get it? So I'm waiting for it to settle down after the buy, so you're actually still in buy, so you're good. But look at the level, pardon me, the level I had marked up there. Make sure you're paying attention to that because it could resist off that level. Could have a resistance. Euro ORD is pulled all the way back. Let's see, but it didn't break its new 1 hour structure. So this was a trade given out on Tuesday, and it actually did really well. It did like 60 pips on Tuesday. So it did it close here? Oh, these people are clever. It looks like it didn't close here. On this 1 hour break of structure, let's see. Well, did it close? 1 hour break of structure. Yeah, it was here. So it did close. Yeah, here. So let me get rid of this because it's something I dropped for somebody. Boom. So yeah, we had a closure on the 1 hour 1 hour time frame here. At a structural break. Let me actually mark that up properly. Here. No, if you haven't got in already, if it isn't pulled back, then if it hasn't pulled back to where that break of structure was on a 15-minute time frame, no, you've missed your entry. Remember, if you want to enter as well, you can, but I'm telling you, it's a strategy I'm creating. So, it will work or it won't, literally, but it's creating. So, it's completely up to you. Like I said, I'm doing something new that I haven't seen too many other live stream YouTubers doing. Is creating a strategy with you guys and girls. So, there is no I'm doing this extra or doing that now. Literally, you're watching me create the strategy from the get go. Do you get it? Here was the 1 hour break of structure on EA. So I'm gonna go back over to ADCHF after NZD-CAD. Boom, boom, boom. There was a 1 hour break on EA, and now you'll see what I'm saying. We go here. Let's switch this off first. Cool. DAX is starting to slow down a little bit. Don't know if it's going to break structure as well. Or German 30. So now look at all the levels. So in fact, let's just use our fib this time. Let's not even do all of that. Let's use our fib straight away to make it easier for you. Again, you see how I'm creating a strategy? So I'm like, oh no, let's use our fib now. All right, this is what I do, guys and girls. I'll just go through different indicators and little things like this. So let's get this fib right. So let's go here, boom. And now we're waiting for a 618. So our level is here. So our supply level is right here. So I'll do it from the top level here. Like this. So I'll do it like this. Put it up. Instead of putting it down from the 618 to the 50, because I want it to go into this supply. So I'm doing it from here. So here's our supply level. So if your order goes back to this level and then breaks 15-minute structure back down, you're looking for a sell trade. Supply. Right there. So simple as that. Let's see how that plays out. So if it goes into here and we start to see a 15-minute chart reaction for a break of structure, again, you'll be looking for a sell trade. NZD-CAD, we're going to go over to now. NZD-CAD wasn't ready for a sell, I don't believe so. Let me just check Neo. Let's check Neo. What NZD-CAD is saying. NZD-CAD. NZD-CAD. What are we seeing on NZD-CAD? NZD-CAD is still on a bullish stop hump 1 right near. Let's go to that. So it's not ready just yet. Okay. So we have seen a continuation of a 1 hour break of structure here. We do have a possible pullback area here. I think we were looking for buys on this, but then it broke structure. Yeah, we was before. We were looking for buys, but then it broke structure for the sell. So it's still doing this. Still, let me see what it's looking like. Hold on. Yep, it's still selling. Wow, this thing's been selling for 76 days now. Remove Drawings, yeah. So right now it looks like it's reversing. There is a 1 hour break here, but like I said, it's not come up that it's ready for me to take this trade. So if you are looking at this, is just price action. This is nothing to do with the new strategy I'm creating. There's a 1 hour break of structure here. If it is going to buy, just according to price action, no indicators. Then now we would just be saying here, I can see there's a level of a possible demand here, here, and then your lowest level is obviously down here. So if you are looking at a retest for a buy on this, if it is going to buy right now, like I said, it's not only the ones I've tagged pink are what I've looked at. You'll be looking at a retest of a buy from this area here. Supply, demand, demand, demand. Boom. There you go. That's what you'd be looking at, a retest of a buy from there. Let me just do this. Make these go up here. Oh yeah, US oil as well was one. Right. US oil broke 1 hour sell structure. Here we go. So for all the US oil traders, let's go grab our fib. Boom. So it's already in its supply area. You can see this is a supply area. So now on the 15-minute time frame or 5 minute, I don't know how you would trade it. I'm just testing this with US oil. I don't know how US oil moves. Let's just see. Like I said, let's see the consistency. It's in a great area for a possible supply being formed here and a sell. So we've seen the break of structure here. Boom. Now it's back at this 61,786 level. We're looking to see if price action goes here, and then look on a 15-minute time frame for a possible sell on this pair. Let's go down to the 15 and just see what it looks like. It won't be ready just yet, I don't think so. Yeah, so on the 15-minute time frame, the structural level is here. If there's any other pairs you want me to look at, guys and girls, let me know. I'll go back to ADCHF in a bit. The first 15-minute break of structure levels down here. I don't know if you even enter on a 5-minute with this chart. I don't know what people do. Like I said, I don't trade it. So it's completely up to you oil traders. Yeah, the 5-minute level is here. This is the clearest looking 5-minute level. It looks like it might be building another 5-minute level here for a sell. So for any of those aggressive entry traders that don't mind taking one loss first, depending on how you risk with your strategy, you have another sell from here. That could happen. From here. Right from there. Let me just grab a drink of water. Got to keep hydrated in that. Yeah, the new strategy, like I said, the thing is I can show you how it works with price action, but what I'm using at the moment is I'm using Neo, yeah, to tell me, which you're going to get Neo, I believe, when it comes out. I think you already purchased it. To tell me which ones are on stop hunt 1. Do you get it? So when stop hunt 1, which is 4 hour volatility, so basically when the 4 hour chart is weakening, yeah, and then we see a 1 hour break of structure, that's when I'm getting in these entries. So like I said, that's literally what I'm doing at the moment, and I will be explaining that better when it comes out. Like I said, Neo should be hopefully finished in the next couple of weeks of April. The coding team, the main coder's just gone on holiday. That's the thing, so I couldn't really tell him he can't go on holiday, you know what I mean? And to be fair, is you know, I've only started the indicator to build it this year, so most indicators take like 6 months, so I'm trying to build it within like 3, and it's like 2,000 lines of coding, so I'm still in a very good, you know, time frame of it being completed. But like I said, I wait for 4 hour chart volatility to get weak, which that's what Neo has. Neo has like a volume. It can pick up the volume basically. And then when it gets weaker on the 4 hour chart, it starts to tell us basically. So you can see here, boom, it's bought up. So it's probably bought all the way from here. You see, even though it's pulled back here. So this was his first sell, and then it's pulled back again. And it's told us it's getting weaker. And then now we're seeing a sell trade coming back in possibly. So this was happening. It's probably this one here. I think this was a wick. So it's probably this that initiated that, because you can see how this one pulled it all the way back. So it's probably this one here. And then yeah, it's telling us it's getting weaker. boom, 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 and then we had to wait for a 1 hour break of structure, and then that's what we're seeing there, basically. So, like I said, you can just do it, even if you just do it on a 1 hour time frame, you can. But what I'm seeing is that if you just trade 1 hour break of structures and retest, the problem you have is that if it isn't like to a certain level overbought or oversold, yeah, the chart basically can just keep going in that direction. So, like I said, I've just used Neo because, and what I'm trying to tell you here is I've counter traded Neo. Do you get it? That's the way I've sold created the strategy. So it's like obviously I'm waiting for the stop hunt to happen. So obviously there's a trade going in that direction. Do you get what I mean? So I'm like, it's what I explained in my gold video that I put on YouTube. I'm like, well, if there's a counter trend trade that could happen in the opposite, in my stop hunt direction, it's like the buy on DAX or the German 30. Why did I take it? Do you get what I mean? Like, it's like how you're catching GJ and that. Just because I'm waiting for it to go somewhere and reverse and sell doesn't mean you guys can't catch the buy if you want to. So this is why the indicator is going to help a lot of people. But yeah, AUDCHF is still selling right now. So if you did enter that Pikachu, good on you. Still selling. Like I said, you just got to take the risk, man. It's a strategy I'm showing you live. And like I said, I'm going to show you it on Neo. I'll probably even get it ready for New York session. So New York session, I'll show you what I mean, basically. I'll try my best to show you how you'll be able to use the indicator Neo to help you catch these trades. That's all I'm doing. I'm just waiting for the stop hunt 1 to turn navy blue. Once it turns to that blue color, let's see if we've got it in here so anyone in the Zoom can see. Any other pairs you want me to check, let me know, guys and girls. I'm just eyeballing DAX on my phone, which is not selling yet, so I'm waiting. Here we go. So here's the example of it here. Yeah. So you see stop hunt 1. So this is what I'm telling you. So whenever stop hunt 1, and I've got the alerts on my phone as well, guys and girls. Like, I'll show you that. I'm telling you, none of this is waffle. I'm going to post it. Like, this is literally what I'm doing on this one. It just helps me because this way I've got alerts. So therefore I don't even have to be overly watching the charts. The alerts come through from this indicator on my phone, basically. Yeah. And then it tells me to look. At pairs. So I'll show you. I'll just do one of them because it's got my... To be fair, does that even matter? Actually, yeah. Let me do one of them because it's got my account on there, so that's why I didn't want to post all of it. So let me just do one of them then. Because this is a YouTube live, you never know. There might be some people out there that be on all this scamming tip, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, people? Right, so I'm just going to post this in the Discord now. Just give me a second. Thanks, guys, for coming in today. Appreciate you. Appreciate the likes as well. Lovely jubbly, as they say. Let's go here. Let's go general. Boom. And there. Cool. Yeah, so basically, again, this is the indicator. Like I said, this big box here, it's on MT4. I'm hoping to get it finished definitely in April. It will be finished and everybody will be able to get access to this. You're going to get lifetime access to this and all the VIP options as well. The playlist is in the video, in the chat, sorry, in this video, so you can see it. And you can go watch the whole playlist. I'm going to make a video on SPX based on this as well. So you're going to be able to see that uploaded soon. And it tells you the age, the trend. So right now, DAX would be, German 30 would be red here. And then it's going to tell me, the 302 pips I was looking at for the ADR1, 604 for ADR2, which is your take profit levels that you've got. Yeah, I'm going to go back to the fib settings in a bit. Don't worry, mate. And then stop hunt 1 here is telling me 4-hour chart volatility. This is showing me 1-hour chart volatility. And so this one's still good. It's still great, but it's great when both of them work together. So what would happen sometimes is that this will go blue, regardless of how you're looking, buy or sell. And then this one here will turn to a 0 or a 1 quicker. Obviously, it's the 1-hour chart. And that's giving you even a better indication that, your trade is basically almost coming through. And then, yeah, we've got the 15-minute break of structure over here, as you can see. And this is the retest of the breaker structure, and then you've got the change of character and the retest. You can change this to whatever time frame, and what helps you with this is it actually puts these little squares, as you can see on the chart, so you can see where previous levels of breaker structures are. Or so basically when the chart's going to go towards somewhere, like you would have known that when if it does break here, it's going to break structure, and all of these have alerts as well, so you can set this to whatever time frame you want, and you could be checking another time frame. As this an EA, basically, the only thing that I could say is an issue with that is that the EA scans, so therefore sometimes you're going to get indicators that it works as the chart's moving. So that doesn't mean that it's lagging. I'm trying to say that you won't see the back data of stuff. Sometimes you get it, and it's like hard for me to explain. I explain it more when the video's out there, but it's like now if I put it on a new chart, I will see these squares here, which would tell me where previous levels were broken. That's fantastic. I made sure that was there. But now the break of structures, so you're not going to see 100 different break of structures. As you see, you don't see all of them over here. Yeah, you're going to see it as it scans. So imagine this one was obviously a break of structure there. When it does break there, you'll see it. But if you switch on the EA, it will obviously take that trade as soon as that breaks. Yeah. And that's what happens. So it scans. So if I was to go to the 1 hour chart now and change this, now it would have to be scanning that 1 hour chart. So I will show you that when I do the explanation of it, basically to make it make more sense. But EAs scan the chart obviously to take trades because they're EAs. They can't not scan to take the trade. You get it? So I can't make it an indicator. It has to be an expert advisor so the EA can be built inside it. Do you understand? If it was an indicator, everything could just be slapped on the chart like no problem. Do you understand? So again, I'll go through that later on. But yeah, but we want expert advisors, people. We want to get to semi-automatic trading or fully automatic eventually. I mean, we've all got things to do other than watch this paint dry. So yeah, here as well, I wanted to show you this. Bum 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 bum. All right, cool. Here, so you see here, this is my phone, and you see stop hunt 1 GBP CAD. So now it's telling me that stop hunt 1, I think GBP CAD is buying, it could possibly buy. So when GBP CAD buys, let's go to GBP CAD even now, you'll see. Oh, AUDCHF is selling. It's selling. Live-o like 5-0, people. You saw me do this again. I don't trade Wednesdays anymore, and I'm going to go back over that later on. Let's go to the Fibonacci first. And let's check this because we don't want to miss a pair. I'm gonna go back to my fib now, mate. Just give me a sec. So the fib was from here to here. So there we go. You guys and girls are gonna definitely be learning something by watching these Zooms, YouTube lives. I'm so used to doing Zooms, so if I say that, just bear with me. Nope, the DAX is still just hanging. It's hanging. Yeah, so these are my fib settings right there. So you can see I've added these levels because these give you the pullbacks within, they give you resistance levels and support levels within the generic fib settings, which is great. And I've noticed if price action reacts to the 7-8, basically great levels to look for trade entries on pullbacks are 786, 886, 328, and 236. If you pay attention to those levels, they're great levels to look for pullbacks on fibs, whatever time frame you're looking at. So when I check it on a daily like that, it's fantastic because I see you can catch these trades. Ooh, ADCHF is melting. It's melting. Right there, guys and girls, for you. It's probably selling now. GCHF, yeah. So it never pulled back. So you can see I never took this trade because this trade never pulled back to my entry. NZDCHF, if it's selling, never took it because it never pulled back to my entry. Yeah, it's selling, didn't pull back. So if you don't get the pullback, you don't touch it, man. Just is what it is, I would say. Because you don't know if it's going to buy up some more. USD JPY is buying up a little bit more, but JPYs are all breaking highs, so this is a risky trade because we can clearly see all the JPYs are breaking their highs. So it might not respect this area, but if it shows 15-minute weakness, then yeah, why not? It could sell because the JPYs need to sell at some point, like pull back a little bit. We're not trying to catch 100 pips on here. We're only trying to catch like, you know, Asian low and that. Euro AUD, boom, still buying, but we needed to buy up a little bit more. US oil, what else was there? Yeah, Bitcoin, I've already said that to buy it and hold it. You should have been buying it from months ago now. Crude oil, look how it's starting to sell now from this area here. Obviously, New York session hasn't come in yet, so price action can still do a massive move. Let's go, we'll check the fundamentals after. No problem, mate. Yeah, look at that. Boom. Look, see, 15-minute structural level here. So for all the oil traders, I gave this out right live to you. This sell that you're seeing happening right here. Look at this. Yeah. Same strategy. Like I told you, stop hump one on Neo has told me to start looking for a trade. Yeah. Then I just wait for the 1 hour break of structure, and then you just wait for your retest. That's what I did. Because like I said, I've tried to do it without Neo, but then like I said, when I was back testing it, there was loads of trades. So the difference between me using that and not was huge. It was like 30% more win rate. Do you get it? So that's why it's not that I'm trying to push, oh, get this indicator. It just is what it is. If it works, it works, people. There's nothing I can say about that. If it works, it works. Well, we must trade. Trade the move. So there was your 5 minute break of structure. If you was in on the sell trade, you would have been in on this sell trade from here. Again, this is if you're an oil trader. I don't know what oil does on average, so forgive me if this buys up 1,000 pips from there. I don't know. But if you're an oil trader and you pay attention to it all the time, 5 minute break of structure, 1 hour break of structure before, you had a pull back to the 618 area. That's where your supply level was for a possible sell. Again, I've shown you how to do that on the Fibonacci. Very, very simple, not complicated. This is why it's called Forex for beginners. See here, boom, from that high to this low was the fib. Because we wait for the pullback first, we're catch and break and retest. It's exactly what I'm doing on the higher time frames, just doing it on a lower time frame. And there you go, boom. And then right here, and I don't make my supply level from this level to the 50. I'm making it from this level to the next higher level because obviously it might go a bit more and still sell from there. So your 15-minute break of this is your 5 minute break of structure. Your 15-minute break of structure is here if you're a 15-minute entry trader. And let's switch on the Asian range indicator. Does this even work with oil? Okay, it does. Yeah, so your TP1 is here. You even got the fib levels to help you with your TP as well, but obviously everyone knows how that works. Your TP1 is here. Your TP2 is here. And your TP3 is here. So you got an Asian high, low, and mid. Let's go see what that is in terms of pips, if I can even work that out. Let's just see if you entered here. Boom. It's 80 pips, so it's 100 pips, I believe, or 105 probably, or 2. There we go. Yeah, so that's if it does keep selling. Yeah, so that's oil. Hopefully it all makes sense for you guys and girls. Let's go back over to ADCHF, see what we see. Okay, ADCHF, load up. Any other questions you got for me, guys and girls? 15-minute time frame. Look how we had the break of structure, the retest to the break of structure, the continuation, all price action. TP2 has been now, TP1 has been now hit with AUDCHF. Oh, there. So far we're in a winning week on all of these trades that I've given out with this new strategy. We're in a win-in week. I'll write down all of the trades in the thing. This is why I need the banners on here as well. Someone did say I should put the stats. Because I don't mind putting the stats. I did tell the person, but this is all just, it's literally me just seeing if how the strategy works, finding out if there's any problems, how you should trade it better, how you should not. I've started to trade it on a small account, trying to do hyper growth. I actually traded, and me being completely transparent, I traded on that account on Wednesday, but that's where I saw that literally I tried to take like 5 different trades, people. I kid you not. Kid you not. Me being absolutely transparent, and nothing stuck. Nothing stuck. Everything was just breaking these supplies and flying everywhere. But there is one person on YouTube that has a very good explanation of something. I definitely suggest you check him out. I'm always trying to give credit to people as well. Is Doyle Exchange. Probably a lot of people on here already know of him. He trades supply and demand strictly. So me of watching him for years now as well, for like 2 years now, I've watched Doyle, you know, here and there, his videos. Basically he explains he doesn't trade on Wednesdays, but I'm aware, using my knowledge of Forex, he doesn't trade supply and demand on Wednesdays basically. So my knowledge of Forex, I'm like, okay, this makes sense, and I've already explained this to you. This is more than likely why this is what happens to him on a Wednesday. On Monday you usually have a consolidation. Think of every pair doing this, but not exactly every pair. Some pairs won't do this. Yeah, this is called a midweek reversal week. Yeah, on Monday you're gonna have a consolidation or a continuation from Friday's peak on the, let's say, from the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, these breakouts are peaks being formed. Yeah. So now we've had a 1 hour on Friday. This is how I caught GJ. There was a 1 hour peak buy, boom. So on Monday it did buy up. It did this move on Monday for me. So GJ, I caught that move. Now, yeah, what'd you call it? Now you pull back onto Tuesday now, or a new peak is formed on Monday, and you can still get this continuation of this move. Yeah, that's great. Now, when it comes to Wednesday, the problem you're going to have is there's a lot of whipsaw, as you can see from this candle here. So Wednesday, what tends to happen is they're either going to continue to trend these pairs like you saw in the JPYs, or they're going to do this thing where this is what the USDs did, which was extremely confusing. Yeah, they've gone up, they've bought up instead of selling back down to create a new peak. Yeah, and then they've basically bought back up again. So they've kind of sold down, bought up, sold down again, and then bought up again today. You see, so this causes an issue. But then what I did see with those pairs, this is as well why I've added stop hump one, is that a lot of those pairs that were doing that on the Wednesday were pairs that hadn't had a stop hump one alert appear. Do you understand? So they weren't basically weak enough to actually sell or buy. So again, Wednesdays are usually where they're trying to decide if they're going to create the high or the low of the week on a lot of pairs. So let's say there was 100 pairs, 75 of them might be creating a previous week, sorry, not previous weeks, a weekly high or a weekly low. So this is why I'm not going to be doing these Zoom calls or these YouTube lives on Wednesday. I'm not going to do them on Wednesday. Wednesday will be my off day, and then I'll come back. So I want us to catch the Friday creation, Monday, Tuesday. No Wednesday. Wait for them to set these peaks. That's what AUDCHF did. It created this peak yesterday, boom, and now we're seeing a reversal. Simple. So if it keeps selling, that's what we saw. And this is, hopefully there's more winning trades that way. And you can't trade 5 days a week anyway. Come on, guys and girls. You've got to pick one of the days that seem a bit odd and you just don't trade it. So yeah, that's that, just to make sense of all of it. And now we're seeing this on AUDCHF just to show you that I'm not waffling. You can see AUDCHF right here. This is all live training for you right there. So when was this? 1 minute 40, 1 hour 40. There. So let's go into the week. I'll just use this indicator, helps me. Week. Just helps me see the weekly cycle. Right there. Boom. And there you go. So look here. You seeing it? Look. If I'm waffling, please let me know. Look, guys and girls, consolidation, pull down, Tuesday breakup, midweek formed here on the Tuesday to the Wednesday, pulls down, comes back to a supply area, continuation of a sell. Right in front of you. Exactly what I just explained there is right in front of you. It's really that simple, guys and girls. Same consolidation, fake sell, pull up, creates the high of the week. Now coming into Wednesday, of course they could do it Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I'm not saying they can only do it on Wednesday, but this one did go into Wednesday. You can see here 8 a.m. in the morning. So right there, so 6 a.m. in the morning. Sorry, is it 8 or 6? It's lagging a bit. Well, anyway, this time here, boom, created the peak for the week as allegedly. We have to say allegedly unless it obviously goes to our take profits. And then now we're seeing a pullback to the supply and the sell. So let me know if that's making sense to you guys and girls. Let me know. AEDCHF is now hit TP1, running towards TP2. Live-O like 5-0 on the live again. Still waiting for DAX to sell. Hopefully it's not a crazy aggressive move. Waiting for the DAX to sell because the DAX is in its zone. So I'm doing the same thing basically on the DAX, which is German 30. Let's go back over here. I'm trying to catch my day/swing trade on that. I'm just waiting for structure to break. If it isn't going to do the move, I hope they just buy it all the way up and it doesn't do the move. But I don't want them to give me a fake entries. But if it gives me a fake entry, I just got to take it for what it is. I'm still in profit from the last 2 weeks, so I'm using that. I'm leveraging that profit to try and make more profit. So if I take a loss, it's not really a big deal. And that's how you got to just trade, guys and girls. That's why I make sure I have a certain amount of risk when I'm in a trade. Please let me know if what I just explained to you about the weekly cycle makes sense. This is what we're trading. We're going to be trading this a lot on this live stream. It's the weekly cycle, midweek reversal. If they've started it from Friday, we're going to be catching moves on Monday. If they started from, Friday, we'll catch moves on Monday. And then sometimes I think what happens if they catch it, do it on Friday, we can get a pullback towards the move on Tuesday and then catch a move. That's what can happen as well. And then they could do it from there. We'll just see. Or if we're not catching the move on the reversal from Friday, we're probably catching this big move here. You see this big fake out? We can also catch that on the Tuesday. So it still gives us opportunities to catch moves, even if it's the fake out move. But then obviously we know our real move should be coming in from pretty much the Thursday to break the retest. And there you go. And me even seeing trading like this is actually letting me see that, yeah, I was probably just wasting a lot of time trying to trade. Probably just wait for a Wednesday peak to be set and then just trade Thursday, Friday, and then you probably end up making more money if you just traded 2 days. So hopefully that makes sense anyway. Let's go back to here. If you've got any pairs you want me to check, guys and girls, let me know. Obviously, I'm giving out a pair, and right now we're just waiting. I'm waiting for the DAX to melt. Hopefully it melts. It'd be beautiful, beautiful trade for this week. Hopefully this is the peak being formed here. Let's go to the see what's going on. 1 hour, 4 hour structure doesn't look too great on DAX for a continuation of a sell though right now. See, I'm waiting for this. You can see they're gearing up. Multiple rejections to this area. Liquidity grab was here. We'll go to the higher time frame just to show you all. The reason why I'm doing these YouTubes, again, hopefully it does win, but if it doesn't, you're going to be on one of these YouTube lives with me where it does actually win one of these Euro trades. You're going to see exactly why I trade these. So the liquidity grab was above this area here. If we just go to a daily time frame, you'll see it a little bit better. Let's switch this off so we don't have too much on the chart. There, boom. So you can see exactly what they did. I was waiting for them to push price up here. Stop hunt one is now stop hunt one was now bearish for me, basically telling me it's going to sell. There was a wick here, waiting for them to go grab this wick. Boom, that's what they've done. The next wick is all the way up here, so this is what gives me the idea that they could be selling. The next massive wicks are up here, so I can't see, like, there's a higher probability of them pulling back and selling rather than them not, because if they want to grab more liquidity, it's all the way up here. Do you get it? So that's that one there anyway. So 15-minute is about to break structure, so I'm waiting for this now. The 15-minute and the 5 minutes in the same area. And I'm going to be using this risk. I've got to double check this. I'm going to enter a 0.10 first and see how that looks. Because I don't want to enter a 0.90 and it's crazy on a prop firm account. So I'm going to go a bit quiet when I'm entering that risk. You just have to bear with me when I'm entering that trade. I don't know if it will come through. So I'm running the live stream up to 11 o'clock by 20 more minutes. Audi TT, like the car. Audi TT, guys and girls. So that'd be almost that'd be literally a 2 hour Zoom / YouTube live. Any questions, please let me know. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you don't have questions, it's all good. It's all good and well. This is what we're looking at. TP1 is ADR1. ADR1 is 302 pips from this entry if it breaks. TP2 is 604 pips. Anybody enter AUDCHF? Did anybody enter this trade? Out of curiosity. Let's go to Bitcoin, see what Bitcoin's doing. While we wait. You still there, Pikachu? Did you enter AUDCHF? Bitcoin's still buying by the looks of it. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Bitcoin would sell back to where my demand level was when you see it. So it's still going to buy. And we'll go to the demand level first. No problem, mate. Have a good one. I'm going to be off the Zoom in 12 minutes anyway. So, be off of it. Just trying to keep up to my promises. But yeah, like I said, no Wednesdays. Mondays. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays when I'll be doing these. 8 to 10 is the time I'm trying to get in. So around 8 to 10, I'll be doing on sometimes obviously I might run longer in the Zoom, that's all cool, but I'm starting from about around 8 o'clock to 10 UK time, London time, and then New York session will be from 2 to 4. Let me know if you are in here and you're still listening, if everything I'm explaining in terms of breaking down Forex is helping you out in some type of way or something you maybe didn't know before. Let me know. 11 more minutes on the Zoom, guys and girls, so let me know if you want any questions. Yeah, Bitcoin is not going back to that demand level, doubt it, unless it does a massive melt. And maybe NFP will take it down there. GU still buying to its peak. I've already broke down GU in here. I'll go back to it in a sec. Based on the 3-month time frame and all the liquidities that I speak about, they're going for this wick here on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a strong buy right now, I would say, for this level. And we're probably going to see a 100K hit on Bitcoin within the next year or two. So anybody that did get in from this level, I was breaking down this level from literally around about summer last year, July, around that time. I was telling people, look for buys. This is a strong resistance level. That could be a new support. So I was like, yep. And it was basically a demand. I was like, hey, you should be buying this. So, yep, that's exactly what it's doing right now. So everyone should be in that if are Bitcoin invest or crypto investors, should I say. And you've got a target here. So I would not come out of my investment until this wick. I would not be looking to take any money out of my investment until this wick is cleared. I'm telling you, it's going for that wick. I'm going to keep saying it on these lives so people can see what I'm talking about. These liquidity grabs is going for that wick. I'll check NZD USD in a second. I'll check GU. All the USDs are buys right now. They're all buying, by the way. The XUSD pairs, they're all buys. I think they're trying to go back into their weekly buy trends. So I'm going to be looking at any sells. They gave all the entries for great entries for buys this week. So GBP USD is still a buy. Like I said, I think it's going to go for this peak here. So you had your buy entry this week from here pretty much. If you didn't get in from here to hold your buy all the way up here, it's a bit of a problem. I'm not too sure. Obviously, scalpers, it depends how you trade. I don't trade like intricate small time frames. So I'm not going to be able to tell you the greatest of greats, but we'll go here to. So basically, a good theory and like what Ross says is just buy off the previous day's high. If you're going to look for any buys, buy off the previous day's high rejection. If you're trying to buy from the lower point, then wait for a 1 hour buy break of structure and then look for a buy. So like GU today, here was a clear one. You can see right away here. So I think it's going for those highs and it's resetting its weekly trend. All right, cool. I'm coming now. I'm going to read that comment in a second, so I'll make that. So I think it's resetting that trend, and right here you can see straight away, look, boom, broke out, pulled back on this candle here. You even had another green candle, boom, that was your get in, 730 for the continuation of the buy right there. Now it's starting to pull back for a sell, but I wouldn't trust any of these sells on these USDs right now because they've been doing this literally from Wednesday. They've been there, we're going to sell, and then they buy back up, we're going to sell, and then they buy back up. So I'd be looking at re-entries of buys. The previous day's high has been violated, but it's broken back. It basically is rejecting off of there. So if we switch on this indicator here, this will help you out as well. Asian session range. Yeah, that was the previous day's high, previous week's highs here. So yeah, you'd be looking at your first rejection here on a demand from the previous week's high right here. So you want to see if price action goes here and then breaks 5-minute structure for a buy again. You could possibly try and take that if you want to. Like I said, this is just me just helping you out with some type of analysis. I'm not saying it'll definitely do that or has a higher chance of doing that. It's a very risky trade, personally. For how I would look, to be fair, it's a risky trade from a retail perspective. But if the big people are buying, which we can clearly see they are, then yeah, it could just buy from that level. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it from a retail perspective of highs and lows and reversals. So and then your next level is here, right here on the Asian high. So I'd be looking for another buy off of this Asian high. Wait for it to see if it's going to hold this level and then continue to buy back up. So you can see how TP levels are respected and why I'm giving them out to you like this. Look, see? So if you got in from this buy here, your TP1 was here, boom, right there. Your TP2 was the previous week's high, and your TP3 would have been yesterday's high. And that's how you would have caught this trade all the way to TP. So that's why I say this indicator here can help you out. All you have to do is type FXN in the indicators, and it's there. And it's called Asian range. You said NU. So that's GU for you, mate. But like I said, I think it's just going to keep buying. I'm waiting for it to reset. I'm not touching that pair no more. All of my main accounts, I'm not. On my main accounts right now, I'm waiting to take German 30 if it breaks. I'll probably take 2 entries on it. We'll see. But I'll definitely take an entry today. It is a very strong, like I said, I don't really trust indices. That's why I'm kind of like feeling about 75% about the trade. But it's hit all of my Neo confluences, so there's no reason for me to not take the trade, win or lose. If you overthink trading, you're never going to get anywhere. Let's read the comment. So, Boston, you're training today, saving a huge loss today. Now I'm on target to be on plus side today. Yeah, Wednesday I'm considering. Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad it did save you today. Trust me, that's why I'm here. Like when I take losses and stuff like that, you gotta understand this is why I say things in certain ways as well, because obviously if I've taken a loss, it doesn't mean you guys and girls have to take that loss as well. You could have a completely different outlook or let's say results from me, even if I took a loss on a day or whatever. But if there's something that happens to me a lot, then I'm going to tell you, and that's why I'm telling you about the midweek reversals. They help me for Neo trades because they're catching these trades and they've probably extended so huge on the higher time frame. So the probability of me catching that midweek reversal is probably a little bit higher. But if you're trying to do lower time frame trading, then yeah, it's probably a bit crazy because that Wednesday, I'm telling you, they'll whipsaw the life out of you because they're trying to figure out if they're creating the highs and lows, and that again, that gives you a perfect break as well. So then you only trade 4 days a week. At least you know Wednesday, I don't care what the chart does. It resets your mind. Like I said, Doyle did a very good video on it. If you go check Doyle's last video, he explains it when he's doing his car vlog. And the funny thing is, I said it to myself. I said, yeah, I can see why Doyle doesn't trade on Wednesdays as well. And then I kid you not, like by the laws of God, literally this guy uploaded a video. I was like, wow, that is a sign. That is an absolute sign. He literally uploaded a video saying, I don't trade on Wednesdays because you get it. So yeah, I definitely would have. But me using my idea, like I said, and knowing of the market, the midweek reversal happens on that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday period, and Wednesday, 75% of the pairs probably do it. So that's why you're gonna get this weird whipsaw. Um, yeah, NZD USD daily chart. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go over to the daily quickly. All right, 9 more minutes and I'm off this. So let me know, guys and girls, if you've got any questions. NZD USD. Was I looking for any more sells on this? No, I'm not anymore because I think the USDs are. But it hit my target low. So this is why all of these USDs hit my target low pretty much, and this is why I'm seeing a few more fake outs on them. I can see in terms of why they keep breaking high. So I think they're going to keep buying. They've already hit my target low from the CPI drop. I had this target low literally from that CPI drop over here, and then they weren't pulling back to my supply area. NZD USD never pulled back to my supply area. This was been here for weeks now. I think this area here, or I think it was a bit higher. Then I moved it down, and it just wasn't going there. So it's just not hitting it. So right now, I think they're going to buy. Like I said, it's hit my target low. There's liquidity above here, so they could be going to this. You see, I said target high here, so they're probably going there. What am I trying to do for y'all? Go down to the 15-minute time frame, and then same thing like GU. Just start looking for your buys off of levels. So Asian session range here. So look for your first buy off of here. So look at the Asian high and then use this. So if you see 15-minute or 5-minute structure break into the upside, try and go for another continuation of a buy, and then your take profit, overall take profit will be this level here. But of course, you've got other levels. So in fairness, your first take profit can be the London session high if you're buying it. Then your next one, yeah, would just be yesterday's high. So I'd say you got London session high and then you got yesterday's high as two take profit levels. If it does keep buying, I'd say definitely look for a buy for now. Any other questions, people? We've got 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes. If I'm not too busy today, I'll be back in New York, and then I'll see if I can get the Neo indicator. Like I said, still being created. Look, ADCHF, beautiful trade call out right there for you guys and girls. That's all right, mate. ADCHF, let's see if it hits there. It'll probably hit the Asian low for TP2. How many pips is that? I think it was 30 pips. So from our entry, only 27 pips. It's a small pair anyway. So 27 pips to there. Still money. If we're able to catch 27 pips 4 days of the week, boy, we're going to be chopping, mate. Be chopping. Yep, GBP CHF selling. So, but you can see that my analysis was right so far on the pairs. It's just obviously in terms of them pulling back, they didn't. But in terms of them selling, they are still selling. NZDCHF as well, marked as a sell. We saw the sell again. Boom. Didn't hit my Fibonacci level though. USD JPY is very, very close. They're probably going to go for that period. They're going to break this. They're going to probably break this. I don't think they're going to sell this. We'll see in the 15-minute chart. You can't even see the last structural levels here. They're going to go for that previous week's high. They're going to go touch that. It's so close to there. I can't see why they wouldn't. So if the daily high is there, they're probably going to go for the previous week. So this will probably be a invalid trade. And plus, we know the JPYs are buying anyway, so it doesn't make no sense. So I wouldn't even bother with USD JPY personally. EA is almost at its pullback area. It's sniffing it. You see, I'm sniffing out that supply. So we just have to see there. Boom. This is already, yeah, this has gone there. So that's great. It's done its liquidity grab. Yeah, so it could easily reject. It rejected off the previous week's high for this so and Asian session. So right now we could be seeing it pull back towards this level or a bit lower this time because obviously it's already done that one. It's probably trying to clear that massive impulsive news. That's probably odd news. And that's what I was going to go check. That's probably odd news today. Let's go check oil first and then we'll come back here and see what it's done. Oil is done a buy to the heavens. Yeah, it seems like oil wants to buy back up right now. So it's only a 5-minute break of structure on oil, like I said. So the 15-minute level was here. You see it rejected off the 15-minute level. So this is the thing. When you go 5-minute, you're going to get more fake outs. You're going to get, obviously your RR is got to be higher on 5-minute charts, but then you'll get more fake outs. So you have to be careful. So it went back to the London mid-range. Let's see if it rejects then still sells back down. And even if it comes up as a loss trade, it's a minor in it. It just happens. You're not going to win them all. On the stream, it's going to be 4 times a week, by the way, mate. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, because Wednesday, I've explained in this Zoom, if you watch it back, there's a midweek reversal. So 75% of pairs are trying to find their weekly highs or lows. So it's more of a risk to trade on Wednesday based on the strategy I'm teaching you guys and girls and trying to create on this stream, basically. So we have to wait for them to hopefully create the majority of the pairs for them to create their midweek reversal peak, and then we catch the retest. So yeah. And then I'm doing it London and New York. I'm trying to get my YouTube up, trying to get to 100k subs, people. So if you haven't subbed, please sub. If you're watching this, sub, man. Don't be a Judas. Press that sub button. Don't be a Judas. Let me eat some YouTube ads, man. Let me eat some, man. Let me eat. So I can buy some jollof rice and pounded jam. So I'm trying to do it like that. Obviously, that's a busy schedule, so you'll have to forgive me if I miss some sessions. You know, I'm only as good as, one human can be. But I will try my level best to get as many Zooms as possible going, all these YouTube lives. Like I said, my main strategy, if you are here, HA, some people, if I can't pronounce your name, I'm just going to abbreviate it. But Ali, basically. My main strategy is my Neo strategy. That's what German 30 is doing. I'm waiting for German 30 to sell. This strategy I am creating with you guys and girls now. So I'm expecting the losses and stuff like that to be more than what Neo would be over a period of time. Every strategy is going to have wins and losses over a period of time. Please do not think I'm telling you that my strategy is perfect. It's far from perfect. You're still going to have losses, but I know that it does consistently make you profits over the period of time. This is why I tell people to go and get a Funded Trader Plus prop account so you have enough capital to trade. You can go get yourself a 12.5k account so you've got enough capital to trade, and then you can take the wins and losses how I've explained them, basically. So now you can trade risk. So for me, I'm on a 100k account with them, and I'm only going to be losing, like on this trade here, I'll be losing like $50 or $60 or something like that. I've got to double check here. That's how much I'll be losing if I enter this trade at 0.90 because of 1 to 30 leverage. That's literally how much I'll be losing, something like that. Do you get it? So I'm not trying to trade 1% of my account on one entry. If I can lose $60, $60, $60. Well, let's say I lose 2 entries on German 30, yeah? I'm still good because if the one entry does get me to ADR1, I'm going to make $312. Do you get it? So I can lose twice and still be fine. I can lose 3 times even and still get back to like a break even, I believe so. So, yeah, that's how it goes. That's what I'm doing. So that is how I'm doing it. And then because I might just have a bad week, but the next week might be fantastic for the Neo strategy. Therefore, the next week, now I'm, let's say, 500 or 600 or more in profit. So even if I lost 200 and something last week, but now I'm 600 in profit, between those 2 weeks, I'm now 400 in profit. This is what I'm doing. I was doing it at first, but I was using more risk. And then I took a bad trade on EA, which actually went into profit, but my own greed. Neo, the indicator, also told me to come out, but I was like, no, it's going to drop more. And it reversed and it kept buying. As you can see, EA is very high now. So I eventually had to close with a loss. I lost like 2% almost on that trade. It was ridiculous. Not something I'm proud of, but hey, man, we're traders. Like I said, I'm very transparent. And now I'm just building the account back up. So that's why I'm like, there's no need. Obviously, I was trying to use my knowledge of, oh, yeah, it could drop more. And that's why I held the trade. But, you know, you don't need to do that. Again, this time frame, this account here has no timer. So you can pass whenever you want. And you can get bigger accounts with them, I would say. Other prop firms, it's riskier to get bigger accounts because obviously you've got 30 days. And if you blow it, you lose the money. But with this firm, if you've got a 100K account, you're still good because you can literally trade that over a period of a year. And if you pass it and you find a sustainable strategy, you're going to be making, even if you're making like 1% a month, that's $1,000 a month you're making on that account. And if you can replicate that, you know, X amount of times, now you're starting to make money trading. But the problem is people don't have enough capital, I keep saying it, to trade on small live accounts. So they cause themselves a problem. Gold, I told you, I did mention it at the beginning of this Zoom, mentioned it a few times. Gold is more than likely going to just keep buying up. I think it's probably going to buy up some more with NFP. This week I'm not looking at gold anymore because we caught a trade on gold. So right now you're just in a whipsaw. We caught this buy on gold here with a 5-minute entry from here on this break of structure. Boom, we got in for this buy this week. And right now I wouldn't be looking to take gold unless it comes back to these lows here, or it goes back down to last week's low, which is here. I believe, where is it when the chart zooms? Let's go to the 4-hour chart. So I wouldn't touch gold. I know people want to scalp gold almost every day, but I would not touch gold right now because you just don't know what it's doing. It's compressing as well, so it's either going to break out high or it's going to sell. It's creating higher lows and lower highs together. As you can see, it's compressing into a diamond shape, into a triangle. So it's compressing for either a massive sell dump down or a buy up. So I don't know which way it's going right now, right at this moment. So I'm not touching it. I'd wait for it to come back to this level here, hold a demand there, and then get in. A better way would be for it to break 1-hour structure, wait for a retest, and then get in if you want to be a bit more safe. But if you want to get in straight away off of a retest off of this demand, I'd say that's like a 50% trade. But if you wait for it to create 1-hour structure, pull back, and then get in on the next 15-minute break of structure or 5-minute break of structure, that's like a 75% chance of a winning trade, I would say, going back up to the highs. So unless it goes back down to these lows here, gold, which is 1934, I wouldn't be looking to take it. Or if it stops at 1952, I think it is, this one here, 1946, sorry. 1946, 1934, look for rejections off of there and possible buys. But yeah, with all that being said, guys and girls, I am out of this. I need to be getting into the DAX because it's about to sell. So I need to pay attention to that, guys and girls. So I need to be getting into it soon. It hasn't broke structure yet. So yeah, I need to call out that in my signal group on Telegram as well for people when I enter. So you take care, guys and girls, and have a good one. I'll see you later.